It's testimony time.
We're about to spill the tea.
Welcome to Testimony Tea with J and T.
Hey guys.
What's up? Welcome back to our podcast, Testimony Tea.
Yeah, my name is Jalen.
I'm Tita, and
We about to talk.
we about to talk for an hour in your ear or car
Huh?
or wherever you are.
Yeah, I mean, the premise of this podcast, if you're new, we just want to share what the Lord has been doing in our lives. We want to share about ourselves, connect, chat. We hope that inspires you to connect with the Lord, to connect with your friends, with your peers. Now that other gets stuff,
Yeah,
we're just gonna go.
we're just gonna go. We're gonna just talk about how with sake of my freedom. Sake of my freedom.
Yes, y'all.
That's the name of this episode.
That is the name of this episode. Jake, don't forget. We got Jake mic'd up.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. Jake and I introduced Tita to Golden by Joe Scott right before we started filming, like 5 minutes ago, literally. Because that's just how we feel.
Wait, how did you say the verse goes?
I'm taking my freedom, put it in my car. Oh, the chorus, living my life like it's golden. Yes, that's how we feel. We've been absent for the last couple of weeks. Sorry, guys, but we're back. Oopsies, because we've been busy.
I've been traveling all of October.
Oh, your mic is muted.
Uh-oh.
I've been traveling all of October. And I was just telling them too, like, I'm so done. I cannot wait to just be home and not be out of a suitcase because I'm about to go to my 4th suitcase of the month.
Ooh. Wow, and what a blessing you have suitcases
Yeah.
to rotate.
Okay, I love that.
You know what I mean?
It is a blessing.
But you ready to slow down.
Well, and they're all different sizes for different needs.
yes,
You know?
versatility.
Versatility.
Period.
But I'm ready to slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
So after this next weekend, I'm traveling to see my friend Morgan to celebrate her 30th birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday, Morgan.
And that'll be a road trip, though, so that'll be really nice because I'm going to get 3.5, 4 hours just me. Just listening to my music, driving. Maybe I'll probably listen to the podcast.
Yes.
And then the way back, same. So that's
Lovely.
kind of nice, but still, traveling is kind of tiring sometimes.
I hear you. But I'm excited because in a couple weeks, we going to Colorado.
Yes, we are. I can't wait.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so I'm going for a work trip, and I asked Jalen to tag along, and she's going to tag along. I'm like, Jake, you can come too.
Yeah, come on, Jake.
Come on, Jakers. That would be so much fun.
Yeah, actually.
Little testimony tea
Yes.
on the road in Denver.
On the road again.
But we're going to do some hiking. We're going to do some eating good food. Yeah.
I ain't never been on a hike
I think it's going to be a
before.
little cold, like chilly.
Yeah, it's going to be chilly, girl.
We're going to get some snow pictures.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I haven't seen like snow in person. Like, you know, like last winter, it like snowed a little bit. Like, was that earlier this year or
Yeah,
like
it
late
was
last year?
It was like in January, I think.
Yeah. It like snowed a little bit. But you know, it's like the type of snow where it's like you can still see your grass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like snow.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready to see like a mountain of snow.
Yeah, you're going to see like a mountain of snow.
Oh my
And you're
gosh.
going to be like so cold. You're going to be like, take me back to Texas.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I cannot.
It's going to be awesome.
Wait.
Yeah. And just depending on like the windshield, like it'll be even colder. Like we're not going to want to walk anywhere.
Ooh.
No, it's going to be awesome.
Yes,
I can't
I'm excited to be
wait.
cozy, like just us roasting. Like, yes, like I'm just excited.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
It's gonna be tea.
Yeah, so I'm going to start in this, or I'm going to say what I've been up to
Yeah.
this past month, and then
Tell us.
Jalen can kind of share what she's been up to.
Sure.
But at the beginning of the month, I went on a women's retreat, and it was like a Thursday to Sunday retreat, and they took our phones, and I can't share much about the experience just because there's other people that I want to go on this retreat, and just leaving it, yeah,
Like me.
like Jalen. And anybody else who's listening to this and goes to Grace, a young adult woman, you should go too. It's
Yeah.
amazing. But just to like, I don't know, honor your experience. You don't like share very much about what happened. But coming home, I'm like walking out a lot of freedom. And I'm just
Yes.
walking out a lot of, things that heart work. I knew it was going to be heart work.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was going to be hard work. Like, I did not want to go. Like, I remember it, and it's not like I didn't want to go because, like, oh, I don't like women's retreats. No, it was more I, like, knew it was going to be hard. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to, like, talk about things or address things. Like, because when you talk about them, you got to put action to things. You have to actually, like, there's a level of when you speak something, like, the Lord wants us to speak things. And there's a level to when you start to, like, talk about things and you uproot things. It's just heavy, or it can be a lot. It can be overwhelming. I guess that's a good way to say it. It can be overwhelming to start to walk out healing. So I think that's why I didn't really want to go. But the Lord is faithful and the Lord is good. And the Lord knows exactly what we need in exactly the time we need it. And so when I got there, I just was like, the Lord just kept reassuring me, like, you are supposed to be here. Like, this is for a reason. And just, like, open your heart. Like, don't. I have my things, like, me and Jalen being in ministry, it's like you always go and you have your ministry goggles on. So you have to really, like, take those off. And the Lord really helped me with that. Within, like, the first few hours, he literally, like, stripped me of any, like, pride that I was having, like, of any sort of, like, oh, we could do it this way, or why don't they do it this way? Like, just confusion of how the programming or whatever. The Lord, like, ripped that from me so quick. And that really helped my whole weekend because I was able to just focus on him. And that was awesome. Then we went to fall retreat. Oh, yeah. And at the end of that weekend, when they gave the phone backs, I was like, phone backs?
When they gave y'all your phone?
When they gave us our phones back. Our phone backs.
I know. Because I tried to help you and then I said it wrong.
When they gave us our phones back, it was almost like, it felt like they were putting chains back on my back. But just because you don't realize how much distraction it takes from you. Like, you do realize, and everyone jokes about it, but it's like sometimes we're not doing anything about it. You know?
It really is that dang phone.
Yeah, it really is that dang phone. Even like, so I am taking some time off of social media right now. And it's like that. Like, I have more time on my hands. Like, my screen time is nothing. Like, nothing. And it's like, I'm opening my phone and I'm going to GroupMe. I'm checking the Adana group chat. Like, and then I'm checking my text dry. And then it's just like, all right, time to either read my Bible, like, go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like really frees up your time. So I want to encourage you, if you feel like the phone is taking up some time or the phone is becoming a distraction, then just talk to a friend and see what kind of boundaries and limits you can put on that. Then we went to fall retreat. Amazing. I love spending time with my high schoolers. I got to be in a room with my high school girls. I already shared with Jalen, like, one of my favorite memories was me and one of my life group girls, Danica. We love Danny.
We love Danny.
We love you, Danny, if you're listening. But me and her just, like, shared half a Subway sandwich on the back porch. And, like, I had taken sparkling water, and we're just, like, sharing a sparkling water. We split a 6-inch, like, we each have, like, 3 inches. Like, we're just sharing our bread, and we're, like, talking about the service and talking about, like, what she wanted that weekend and like expectant for God to move. Like, me too, telling her, like, I'm expectant for God to move. And that was one of my favorite moments from the weekend.
Beautiful.
And also just spending time with vocals and, like, Jake, Israel. Planning with Israel was so much fun this year. Israel.
Ooh.
I feel so funny sometimes saying Israel.
Really?
Yeah.
You usually say Israel?
No, I say Israel, but like when we're on the podcast, I'm like Israel. Like, it kind of sounds like,
because I'm like, I ain't never heard you say Israel. I'm like,
no, but
Israel.
Sometimes I feel they're gonna be like, "What's Israel?" You know, Israel.
I say Israel.
Israel.
Yeah, I
Israel.
say Israel.
Is real.
Maybe you're just saying it wrong.
Maybe I am.
Because the way
I've
it's
asked him
spelled is
before.
like Israel. Because it's like A.
Yeah.
Ain't it?
A-E-L, yeah.
Israel.
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 You say Israel.
Israel.
Yeah, like Israel.
Israel is
Israel.
Is. Okay.
Israel.
Planning for fall retreat with
Israel in these streets.
Israel.
Israel.
Is real hot out there.
Israel. Right.
So fall retreat planning with was so much fun this year. Like we really we had our stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like we just did.
Period.
Okay, so that was really nice. And then after that, I went with my family on family vacation.
Yes.
Y'all, I'm the cool aunt.
Yes, you are.
I am literally the cool aunt. Like my nieces and nephews love me. Like me being like they love me, but I didn't go with anyone, so it's just like it's fun to be with the kids and just like spend time with them. And Tata will take you. And like we went and met because we went on a Disney cruise, so we went and met Minnie and Mickey one day. But it was like Tata's going up to meet Minnie, and I'm like, y'all can come with Tata like to meet Minnie. So just doing different things. And one of my little nieces, she slept with me, and it's just fun. Me and her watched Snow White in the bed, and we watched Rapunzel in the bed. Like, it's just, we went and got pizza.
Aww.
Like, one night we had gone and got pizza, but the slices are so small, baby. I had two, and I said, ooh, Tata wants more. Tata wants more.
Tata hungry. Tata hungry.
And Tata wants a little Sprite. Like,
Yeah.
Cause that was awesome. There was cause like I've been on Royal and Carnival. You gotta buy like a soda package on Carnival. Like you gotta buy a drink package to like get sodas. You gotta buy like a beverage package if you want like
for
alcoholic
non-alcoholic
drink.
beverages.
You can. So there's like soda package if you just want like sodas, and then you can get the alcoholic package which includes cocktails and sodas. So that's on Royal. They have like the beverage program for alcoholic beverages, but for sodas you have to buy this like cup, and it's like essentially like a package. You pay like a certain amount for this cup, and then the cup has the sensor on the bottom, and you can go fill it up at the Coke machine, but it'll be like free refills until like the date that your cruise ends.
So you got to carry around a cup the whole time you want to drink?
Basically,
I'm so over
like you gotta have
consumerism.
Okay, so on the Disney cruise, all sodas were free.
Period.
Wow.
So we didn't have to get
As
no
it
drink.
should be.
We didn't get
Right.
any
It should
drink.
not even be a concern.
No, literally, there was no drink packages purchased on this cruise
Period.
because there was no need.
Because why?
Because
why are y'all doing that to
like
begin
literally
with?
all of us the first day walking in, we're like, they've got Coke machine like for free, for free,
See,
for free 99. Like that
shouldn't
made
be a
my heart
luxury.
so happy.
that
Like,
shouldn't be a luxury,
it
but on the
was.
cruise it is.
It was.
Wow.
We were so excited about
Wow.
that.
Come on, Disney. I know that's right.
But anyways, it was awesome.
Yes.
And here we are. I'm back here. I've been working this week and then headed out of town.
Mm-hmm. I love that for you.
What you been up to, Jaylene?
Last time we filmed, your girl was unemployed. But I'm employed now.
all our sound effects are so funny.
For real.
Like we sound effect ourselves.
Right. No need for a soundboard.
Yeah.
Which should we get one?
Which that would be really cool if we did. Yeah.
And Jay could just be like fart noise.
Also during camp, Anna, she kept doing but like it was like the lazy yeah, but it was so lazy. Like it was just and I'm like, girl, are you doing like girl, do it if you're gonna do it.
She said, do it right.
She's funny. She's funny. The night is still young. Shout out Anna.
Love you, girl.
But anyways,
And you got a job.
I got a job. It's just really crazy. Like, cause honestly, everything was happening so fast.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Like, okay, so a couple of weeks ago on Monday, it was Monday a couple weeks ago, and I applied. Like, I was just, whenever you're looking for a job, you just be on Indeed every day, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wake up in the morning and I dab. No, I'm playing. No, but like, I wake up in the morning, I hop up out the bed, I turn my swag on, I get on Indeed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I get on Indeed, and I just look at all the job listings, and I apply. Flying to everywhere. Everything. Flying everywhere. And I saw a job posting for the job that I am at now. Applied. It was easy applied. Didn't really think anything of it. Moved on with my life. And I had a job interview that day. I did my job interview. And then shortly after, I get a call from my now boss asking, you know, if I have some moments to chat. And we chatted. And she was like, well, I'd love for you to come in for an interview. I leave to go out of town tomorrow. Would you be open to coming in today? And I was like, sure.
Oh, quick turnaround.
I know.
Quick
So
turnaround,
I
Lily.
was like, you know, sure. And like, usually I don't do the last minute. And I never had nobody ask for a last minute interview or anything like that. But I was like, yeah. And like, I felt good talking to her on the phone. I was like, sure, I'll come in. And I came in right before we had our life group that night. Mm-hmm. So I went in at 5. It was like maybe 15 minutes. And she was basically like showing me everything. And
She was basically training you.
basically like, you know what I mean? And I was like, great. And I just felt really, really good, like leaving. And I told Tita that like I just felt good about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I felt good and I hoped it turned into something.
Yeah.
And
well, weren't like some of the interviews you had been to, it was kind of just like, I kind of know if I like
yeah.
not like these people, but you have to use some discernment when you're going in.
Yeah,
and like,
lots.
Is this going to be a healthy work environment? I guess is a good question.
Yeah, exactly. Because there was obviously jobs I applied for that were like easy kind of layups. Like I don't want to say easy, but like, yeah, like it was just right within my wheelhouse. Like jobs I applied for with kids. Yeah, you know, anything with kids. It was like, that's like, you know what I mean? Like I got that in the bag.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I did like a interview for like a daycare and I got the offer on the spot. And I was like, I'll get back to you.
Yeah, because environment, you got to think about the environment.
I don't want to do it no more. And I love kids, but I'm grateful for having worked in ministry for the past 2 years because it exposed me to a lot of giftings I didn't know I had. I knew I could be relational. I knew I could connect. I knew I could lead people. I knew that people want to be led by me. I knew that I can connect well with kids. Like that's my bread and butter. I knew I could do it. But it exposed me to other giftings I didn't know that I had. Like administratively, my ability to like plan and like think outside the box and be creative in that way and like put plan and action to it. My ability to like delegate and like have like kind of like a bird's eye view over a big environment. It's a skill, especially like being young and being able to take command over a space is like a skill. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I knew that I wanted to go into something that would allow me to further explore those administrative giftings, but also be able to be like personable and interact with people because like I love people and I know I wouldn't want to be sitting in a cubicle all day because like I love people and I want to talk to people.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to be where the people are. You know what I mean? Yes, Disney Cruise.
Yeah, I did karaoke.
Literally, I'm like, me next.
Yeah.
Like next time you go.
I think I sent you a video when I was in the Bahamas and I said, I'm bringing you with me next time.
Yes, you did. And she sent me a video of Mickey. And I was like, oh my gosh, tell Mickey I love him down.
Like,
Mickey, I love you down, boy. You know what it is.
And I watched The Little Mermaid on there.
Oh, period.
And it was the modern one, but it was live action.
Hallie ate. She ate.
But it was like not the movie. I watched them do it.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was the new version.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like they did like a live like play thing or deal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and it was like a Hallie. It was like she
Hallie
looked
Zoo?
like it was a Hallie Zoo. It was a Hallie Zoo.
I'm crying.
So
yes, when I went to Disney this summer, they had Hallie Doop that you could like meet.
Hallie Zoo.
They had Hallie Doop that you could meet. We
I
all
like
met her. We were
that.
like, hey girls. She's like, hey.
Oh yeah, I spent a day at Epcot and there was a princess and people were lined up to meet her. Something like that. Someone. I'm like, who is that?
You didn't know who it was?
It was some girl from the movie Wish, but I never watched that movie.
Is that a newer one? Okay, that's for the new kids. Okay.
I was like, who is
We
this?
gonna let y'all have that. We gonna let y'all have
need
that.
to stop adding.
Ooh.
It's getting too much. Disney needs to stay the same. Disney has worked so well for so long. Stop adding.
You know who I would live to see at Disney? Sophia the First. Oh, you know about Sophia?
No.
It's kind of newer, but it was like when I was like preteen. Like, you know what I mean?
Is
So,
it
like, maybe
a
like
real
10 years
person
ago.
or is it cartoon?
Cartoon. She's a cartoon. I live for Sophia the First.
Well,
I live for you, girl. Like, they need to have her walking around Disney.
all right. Maybe.
Come on,
Maybe
Sophia.
they do, and I
Maybe
didn't
do.
even
I just
recognize
didn't
her,
see.
girl.
I just didn't see.
Yeah.
Okay, period. Yeah, but anyways, my job.
yeah, what were you saying?
Yeah, I don't know how.
So
we
you have a job.
We got off.
You wanted to be a part of.
Yeah, I just wanted to do
someone's
something
world.
different.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wanted to be part of that world. So, yeah, but literally, that literally right after that night, she was like, well, I got an email from the owner of the comp, and she was like,
I freaking love you. The owner of the Comp. Have y'all ever heard that? Comp? The company.
I've never said that. I don't know why I decided to do
I
that.
love
but
it.
I got an email from the owner and wanting a second interview with me, like on like virtually. And I was like, yeah, and like I did that next day, and it went really, really well. And she gave me the offer that day.
Yeah.
And I did my onboarding the next day, and I did my first day of training the next day.
There you go.
So like that week was just like whoa, and that was the week y'all we're going to fall retreat, and literally I got off of my first like training shift, and I was like about to pass Grace, and you were already there, and I was like, yo, should I come? Like, should I pull up? Like, you know what I mean? Because I passed it to go home.
Oh yeah, because we were me and Iz were there grabbing some stuff from the main stage to take.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, should I pull up? You're like, yes. So I was there for like maybe 30
Yeah, that was
45
awesome.
minutes. Like literally less than an hour. We just were able to chat and
Yeah, and she's like, I got the job and I'm on board, and it was like, dang,
like,
and I'm training and I got my
crazy.
schedule. I'm like, she's a working girl.
exactly. So
In
it
a
was all
working
crazy.
world.
And I definitely felt like, you know, obviously I'm like, okay, clearly they're like in a hurry to get somebody new, because the person I was replacing somebody, and the person I was replacing was moving in like a week. And so they were like, we need somebody now.
Yeah.
So anyways, but I did my training, and the girl who moved, she's now moved to a different state now, but
Well, yeah.
she's moved. But
She was gonna move.
right,
So
exactly.
she moved.
Exactly. She was training me for like that first like week because my boss was out of town. And so she was
Sorry.
great. She's great. What?
I'm thinking of stuff I've seen on Instagram. It's like when you want to move, so you just move. Or like when you want to go, so you just go.
That's about to be me.
Yeah, no. But you miss her.
That's
What?
about to be me because I just want to be in Chicago so bad. But anyways, we're going to put a pin in that.
Jalen.
I really do. And you know this.
You said I'm not ready for that though.
I'm like, that's supposed to be me, but I mean that in like a fantastical way because
Mm-hmm,
mama, I just got a job.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I mean?
So I'm not close to that.
No,
Yeah,
literally.
she's like, I want to move to Chicago with what?
with
what money?
With what?
With what money?
With
baby?
what? With what money? With what credit? But anyway, so yeah, so she was training me. She was super awesome, and I was like, you know, loving it, and just going through all the motions of starting a new job. The way my job works is like, you know, I work for a chiropractor office, and so like small clinic, there's 2 doctors at a time and me at the front desk checking people in and keeping track of like their records and stuff and the visits and the accounting and all that other stuff, because we don't do any third-party billing, so I have to keep up with all the money and the transactions and all the good stuff. And so like it was like at times overwhelming, and then sometimes it's slow and boring, but it's all the things, and I'm getting paid, and I love it, and it's been good. Like, you know what I mean? It's been good. But when my boss came back, she told me, she was like, I want you to know that yes, we were in a hurry to find a replacement, but there were several candidates, and I was really hoping it would be you. She was like, literally that day that you put in the application, you know, she was calling the owner, talking to her, because you're like, you got any prospects? Like, who you gonna have to like replace? And, you know, went through a couple candidates and just wasn't really, you know what I mean? Wasn't really sticking with other people. And when she saw my application, she was like, she was like, this application just came in. I'm literally gonna call her right now. And did. And she was like, I was really hoping that they'd pick you. And they did. And I was just like,
Yay.
that's really incredible. And she was like, I want you to know that, like, you know, guess we were in a hurry, but you were the choice we wanted, and it wasn't like a last resort type of thing, which is really nice. It was really comforting. The doctors are super sweet, and I've just been loving the work environment, and the flexibility it's allowed me, and the, you know, just stuff like even when Tita told me about like Colorado, was like, yo, you like come with me? Like I was unemployed and I was like, yeah. Which period. Because like, you know what I mean? Like that is just like how you need to approach life in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, baby, no money on my card, like no monies, no job. But I'm like, yes, I will go. Yes, I'll be going. Yeah.
You're like, I'm going.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going, period. Like, period.
Yeah. Do we need to book our flights?
Yeah, we do. Which like, yeah, let's talk.
Those will be booked.
Yeah, mind you,
ASAP.
like flight, stay, activities to be determined.
TBD.
Like to be determined, and that's what life is about.
Mm-hmm.
You
It's
know
gonna be
what I mean?
awesome.
I'm taking my freedom. Like,
Yes. I'm taking my freedom. Oh, yes. That's exactly what we're going to do in Colorado, baby.
that's what we're gonna be doing. And I'm just so happy because like hearing you talk about your experience with Adana and like how you feel so free, like that's exactly how I feel. Like, you know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
it's just like walking.
Well, no, we
into
gonna
the
talk about it. We gonna talk about it.
room,
Keep going.
Period. Like, you know what I mean? I just really feel like I'm taking my freedom and living life
Okay.
like it's golden. Like, yes, like I really am living life like it's golden. 'Cause
Okay,
it
well,
is.
Cause like, sorry, I'm taking my freedom. No, but I am. But it hasn't been easy. So I
Right.
guess yeah,
Yeah.
because we were wanting to talk a little bit about transitions.
Yeah.
And just a little bit about, the transition from bondage or strongholds into freedom. For me, that's transition that I'm kind of
Yeah.
in. But yeah, like it's not that it's been hard. I'm taking my freedom and I'm gonna live my life like it's golden.
That part.
But I think for a little bit I wasn't, you know,
Yeah.
and that's the hard part because then you get comfortable in these things. Like I even said the phone, like that was one of them. Like super comfy and just letting this be like an idol in my life. Super comfy with just letting this like take over my life and other habitual sins that I've dealt with for years and years and years, and other things that just pop up. And I was watching someone this morning and they were saying it's like a whack-a-mole. Like one thing goes down and then
Right.
like something else comes up.
It's always something.
And then you kind of like you work on that one thing and then it's something else.
Right.
Whether it's mental health, a struggle, whether it's a conflict that's happening, you know? And so after kind of, you know, a rough year that I've been struggling with, partially my fault, just things that I've self-ensued, I guess you could say.
Inflicted.
Self-inflicted. It was really nice to go to this retreat and be like, oh wait, I'm set free. Like
Yeah.
I have the victory.
It's good.
And I have the Holy Spirit inside of me. So like, why am I walking around like I don't? Or why am I walking around like I'm scared, like that I'm going to mess up again or I'm going to become a slave to this thing again? Like, I'm like, like I am free.
That's the real tea.
So I think, though, coming home from that retreat after addressing things, and, you know, we've talked about it here, but we talked about praying, God, search me and know me.
Yeah.
And how dangerous of a prayer that is. Same with, if your will, you know, let it be, you know, let your will be done.
Yeah.
That's another, you know, scary one, you know.
That will gonna be done.
Because his will be done. And sometimes we don't like how it's being done. But we prayed that, you know, and I pray that often, but with an open heart, God will really show you. And I remember at the beginning of the year, he was showing me like my impatience and that I needed to be patient. And this time around, he was just showing me like, you really aren't believing you're free.
Yeah.
You really aren't believing that you have been set free and that you are no longer a slave to sin. You're no longer a slave to the world. And you talk about it and you walk it. I walk it. You know, I'm not who I was 5 years ago. I'm not who I was 10 years ago. Praise God. So I do walk out some of that freedom. These little areas that still have a stronghold on my life. He's like, you are acting like I didn't give you my Holy Spirit. So, one verse that I want to share was from Galatians.
Okay.
It's like a pretty well-known verse. Is Galatians before or after? Oh, before. Galatians 5:1. It says, "Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty by which Christ has made us free, and do not be entangled again with a yoke of bondage." Another way is like stand firm in the freedom by which Christ has set you free, and do not be enslaved again to the yoke of slavery.
It's good.
And yeah, that's one. I even like have it up there on a little sheet, but because it's like you gotta stand firm in the freedom that he's given, and don't be enslaved again. Don't go back. Like, we don't take steps back. And I texted Jake while I was on vacation, and he was like literally prophesying over text.
we moving forward.
Jake.
He said, we're not going backwards. He's like, remember, we are moving forward.
Yes.
Aw,
Come on,
that is
Jake.
all I
know
needed to
that's
hear.
right. I know that's right.
And it reminded me of Philippians, where he's like forgetting what is behind and looking forward to one ahead. Yeah. And it's kind of the same thing they're saying here, where it's like, you are free.
Yeah.
Don't go back and be enslaved again. You are free. And then in Corinthians, in 1 Corinthians as well, Paul talks a lot about slavery. And me and Jalen have been studying Ephesians. And something that I really loved at the beginning of the past, like, I think it was like 2, 3, and 4, he would be like, I, a prisoner of Christ. And then he would like pray for them, or he would be like, beseech you, or he would like encourage them. But a lot of us would comment on how much we loved how he would be like, I'm a prisoner for Christ. Because like, that's just such a strong thing to say. Like,
it is.
I'm a slave to Christ and Christ alone. But in 1 Corinthians 7, 7:21, it says, were you called while a slave? Do not be concerned about that. But if you can be made free, rather use it. It says, for he who is called in the Lord while a slave is the Lord's freedman. Likewise, he who is called while free is Christ's slave. You were bought at a price. Do not become slaves of men. And I just love that. I just love it. And just this idea of freedom and slavery. And the idea of you are made free in Christ, and now you're enslaved to him. And then being enslaved to him comes with the fruits of the Spirit. It comes with his Spirit. It comes with the life that he gives. It comes with joy, peace. That's what it means to be a slave to Christ. So trying just like switching, like transitioning my mindset to a mindset of I am a slave to the Lord and the Lord alone. And anything that is trying to come and entangle me, try and pull me back, it has to go.
Period.
And not only that, it has to be brought low in the name of Jesus. And so that's kind of where I am, where I'm like being set free.
Taking your freedom.
Yeah. Like living in golden. What is it?
Living life like it's golden. Yes. I love that. Well, like, for me, okay. Still trying to determine how much I really want to share.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Use discernment, obviously.
Yeah.
Which, like, we didn't pray at the beginning of this episode.
Yeah, we didn't. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
The Lord is with us. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Well, so for me, stepping down from ministry, like I don't think I really shared it. I know I didn't share why I did. And over time I'll probably disclose more, but
if you want.
If I want, but I feel like for right now I can just say that, I do want to, I have this passion and this desire in my heart to preach the gospel, to see the lost saved, to disciple people, to see people walk in their giftings and their callings.
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever going to change. And I love student ministry. I love walking with them. I love supporting them. I love going to their dance recitals and their volleyball games and their track meets. And I love when they text me goofy memes and stickers and stuff. You know what I mean? And I love to be in their lives, and I still am. But for me, like, taking a step back, like, I had to, because I felt that I was losing my first love. And that's not necessarily solely because of my leadership at all. Like, a large part of that is me. And then also external factors as well. It's just life. Where I just realized over time that I was being forced to choose between, like, the main thing, which is, like, salvation and, you know, bless you. And, you know, people becoming who God has called them to be and walking with them in that. And, like, stuff that, to, like, me, this doesn't really matter as much. And, like, I just opted out of choosing. So for me, it was, like, to protect my sanity and continue to love my church and to continue to love the church at large and to continue to love people, I'd have to take a step back and focus on ministry in ways that doesn't force me to have to choose. Because truthfully, the church, like, you know, the church, like anything else, like, it's a business, like, and, you know, I worked there and it was work, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And so I just realized that in order to still, like, love my church and love my people, my leadership, and honor and love them well, I'd have to, like, opt out of the work part. Like, I it wasn't for me. Not to say that it's not for others. I think it's great for others. Like, it just wasn't for me. So I had to opt out. Bittersweet for a lot of reasons. Sweet because I'm able to have new work opportunities where, like, my work is just my work and my work doesn't follow me home. And I'm not thinking about work when I'm off of work.
Yeah, that part.
I've been off of work for the past 2 days. I didn't work today. I didn't work yesterday. But I worked the day before. And I haven't thought about work since
Like,
I've
your
been clocked
headspace
in.
is so clear.
It's so different. Where it's like my 2 days that I'm off, I can think about the other things I have going on in my life. Which also, I knew how much, but it really put into perspective whenever I stopped working at my church, how much I really do have going on outside of church. Because my life has still been very busy.
Yeah.
Like, this was not the only thing I have going on in my life. Like, I have very busy life, even when I was unemployed. And I was just like, well, you know what I mean? Like, my, like, 1.5 weeks of unemployment, I was still very, very busy. Busy bee. I'm like, wow, like, not me still all over the place.
Yeah.
And no job to clock into. Like, you know what I mean? So it's been really nice where it's like, for me, the sweet part is, like, you know, even things like, I have friends, like, all over the city of Houston. They go to different churches and things like that. And, like, you know, I'm like I guess you could say, like, a network, a community of even, like, other young people who, like, serve and love their church and do other things. You know, they'll invite me to their stuff. We're doing this. Someone's coming, guest speaking here, pull up. I can't. Like, you know what I mean? Now it's like, I'm going. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, I am going. Like, yes, I'm going to your worship night. Yeah. Yes, I'm going to your service. Like, yes, I'm coming. And that's been really nice too, where it's like those places are not my home church. I don't plan on making them my home church, but it's been really, really nice being able to have, like, the option now to be wherever I want to be, like, on Sundays. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
My girl been set free.
I'm taking my freedom. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can be wherever I want. I can do whatever I want to do. Like,
Well, even think about, like you have a day and it's like you can just, not you're going to do it the whole day, but it's like you can spend more time to meditate on the word and spend time with the Lord. That doesn't feel so like, well, I went to the church today already and we had a staff meeting, we did this and we already was in scripture all day. Like, it's more like personal and intimate.
Yeah.
And like you said, your work's not going home with you. So you're able to go home and be like, okay, Lord, what do you want to talk about? What do we want to dive into?
Yeah.
You know, what do we want to dig deep into?
Exactly.
And I love being able to do Bible studies and things like that. Like, the YA, the way we're
Yeah.
doing Ephesians.
Yeah.
But like apart from that, like, you know, yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun to be able to study the word without it just being part of the job.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to be able to study the word without it being, oh, I need to be in this because we're doing a series on it. You know, it's fun to just be able to be like, I'm going to hop over to Hebrews because
Yeah.
I'm reading Hebrews. And you have days where you're not thinking about work and how this is going to go into your sermon series or how this is going to tie into your life group or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like you're literally just reading it because you want to gain from it.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of, I don't know if you can correct me if I'm wrong, but that could probably also be something that's like exciting for you.
Yeah, I feel like it was a big part of it where, like, honestly, I didn't really pray for myself much, like my individual self, like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, outside of work. Like, you know, when I
Yeah.
would pray for myself, it would be like, Lord, give me strength and patience to be able to, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it-
like God help me.
for the work. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, Lord, endow me with wisdom for the work. You know,
Yes.
fill me with your spirit for the work. Like,
Mhm.
not just like, because I need you, because I love you and I
Or
want
use
you and
me.
I need you.
That's a prayer I use
me,
often. Lord, would
use
you
me, use
remove
me.
pride and just use me and
A
speak
lot
through
of
me. Let your will be
using.
done.
A lot of using
Mm.
and not a lot of just relating and just being with.
Mm-hmm.
And I miss that, and I know like the Lord misses me, and I feel like that was like something I feel like I was just hearing a lot, especially in those last couple weeks that I was there, is that like he misses whenever it was just me. Like he wants to minister to me,
Yeah.
because like there's more to my life than what I've made it the past 3 years, because like I did let it consume me. I wanted to be consumed by
Yeah.
ministry. That's what I wanted to be consumed by, because I loved it.
Yeah.
I grew up in the church that I worked at. I loved my church. I
Yeah.
loved my people. I loved to
Yeah.
do it. I love to preach. I love to teach. I love to intercede. Like
yeah.
I love to lead. Like I was like, this is all I want to do
My
ever.
life. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to do anything else. Like my first year, I didn't have no friends. I didn't want no friends. I don't need no friends, baby.
I just need to
Friends
serve
for
the
what?
Lord.
I know. And the Lord in his graciousness did not allow me to be lonely. Thank the Lord. I was not pursuing friendships, but the few other people around that were like my age at, you know, in the office, shout out Morgan, shout out Sav, shout out Ashton. So
love
it's
you,
like,
girls.
Exactly. Shout out to y'all. Shout out Annie. It's just like, you know, the Lord put community there. And so it was like, obviously like forced proximity, but it was like, well, thank God, because I was not going to be pursuing like friendships. Like
Yeah.
I was not actively trying to have any friends. Like I wasn't, that's all I cared about. All I cared about was ministry. That's all
Yeah.
I cared about. And I kind of put everything else to the side and just was just like laser tunneled in. I thought that's what he wanted of me.
Yeah.
And I think that over time he had been showing me, he's been showing this to me for a very long time. Like, I know that it may seem kind of sudden, like I was in ministry, now I'm not, but like it's been a long time coming,
Yeah.
like well over a year at this point, where I just knew like the Lord was saying to me, like, there is more
Yeah.
than this. Like, there is
Yeah.
more than this. And I was like, because I'm thinking like that's the devil, because no.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, baby, like what could be more than this, baby? Like I am
Yeah.
spending like all my days in the house of the Lord. One thing that I desire, that which I'll seek after. Like what could there be more than this? But I think that, you know, he was trying to show me like I care for you. There are things even in your heart and in your life that you haven't surrendered to me, and you don't think that it's important. Because like for me, any personal issue I was having, it was just easy to be like, well, other people are going through much worse. Like, you know what I mean? Like, other people are going through much worse, and I'm going to pray for them. I know other people are going through much worse because they tell me about it every single Sunday, every single Wednesday. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, my babies are going through it. I'm praying for them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, anytime I would have something, it's like, that's not important. And I would even pray, like, God, help me to forget about this thing, unimportant thing, and help me to pour into this person who's going through something important. Girl. Like, you know what I mean? That is very bad. If anybody else told me, if you told me that that's
is
how
very
your time with the Lord was going, I would be like, Tita. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, not good, not good. So
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought that was good. Like, I really
Yeah.
thought, like, forget me.
Yeah.
Like, the
Meanwhile, I'm
people.
crying to the Lord when I'm missing a shoe. Like, I'm like, God, I'm like, I know this is like the stupidest thing ever, but I can't find my shoe. Please help me. And I had a roommate one time, and and she would say this prayer, bring it to the light, like, Lord, just bring it to the light. I'd be like, Lord, bring it to the light.
Whereas me, like, I just throw in another shoe and just be like, God, like, help me to focus on those who don't got no shoes. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, girl.
like, you know what I mean? Like, Lord, these people ain't got no shoes. Like, help them, Jesus. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like.
There's like, I think that it's so interesting. There's so much more than just ministry. There's more to us than ministry, and there's more to the Lord than just ministry too, because like the Lord wants intimate, deep relationship and connection. And while that ministers to his heart because we're in deep relationship with him, he doesn't want us first to do these other things. But it's interesting too, because ministry is like a focus for both of us. Ministry is, and this another word that's a focus for me recently is idol, because I realize that there are like, we make these like little idols.
Yeah.
And like, it doesn't mean that you don't love the Lord and that he's not Lord of your life and all of that. It just means something else is taking your attention.
Yeah.
It just means something else is taking the first place of, you know, your attention and your focus. And even ministry being one of them. Like me being, and I share that too last year. I think I've done a lot better this year, but last year was like, I was idolizing church services and ministry, and being able to be like, oh wow, there's more to me than my ministry. And honestly, even going to Adana was like a turning point for me as well. Like, I know you just recently kind of, like you're sharing, you recently had that thing where God's like, I want to hear from you, Jalen. Like, I want Jalen. I was so afraid to do this hard work with these people because everybody knew me as either their child's life group leader, their daughter's, you know, role model, their worship leader, all these things. And in the end, the Lord was like, your ministry is less important than your soul, your spirit, your freedom. And so even those women, like, seeing me beyond my ministry, and specifically one of my sisters, Milan, she was like, I see you. Like, I think before, you know, you were this worship leader, she said, I honestly thought you were going to volunteer. And I was like, how cool, the worship leader is volunteering at this retreat. She was like, and then the first day I kind of was like, like still skeptical. She was like, but I see you. And I don't know, it just is like sweet to me. Cause I'm like, you don't see me as a worship leader. You see me the way the Lord sees me. And so I think like this turning point for us where we're going, we still serve in ministry, and I still make ministry an aim for my life because I know that's what God has called me to. And even in Ephesians, we were joking, but it says some were called, and I told Jalen, I said some.
Some. Heavy on the some.
Yeah, so some have been called to be teachers. Some have been called to be evangelists. Some have been called to be prophets, and more, you know, shepherds. But thinking about that, it's like, okay, I'm part of that some, so I don't want to remove myself from ministry, but it's just about going, oh Lord, you want deep connection. And sometimes I forget that because I am focused on the worship set. I am focused on, God, I need to minister to this congregation, and I need to, literally like you, like I need to lead them well. Like I need to like forget about like this thing that's going on, and I need to lead them well. And it, like, I just need to like be the best leader because they're going through hard things. And that's why I took off time singing earlier this year, because I was like, hold on, that's not right. I'm like, if I want to lead them well, maybe let me just stop and realign my focus, because I shouldn't be forgetting about what's going on in my heart and then putting on this mask or this face to go out and lead these people. So
because then they get a lesser version of you anyway, which is what was going on. Because like, you know, I've been open and sharing my like experience with like major depressive disorder. And like last year, like I said, it's been like over a year now, the Lord has been, you know, working on my heart concerning like my job and things. And in November is whenever I first went to see the psychiatrist. So it's been almost a year. And
congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, almost a year being on antidepressants, almost a year of being in therapy. But as I started to get into a healthier place, which medication has really helped and therapy has really, really helped, it made all those things more apparent to me and actually helped me to take the next steps I needed to take. Which I'm really grateful for my therapist. I miss her so much. My therapist moves on to a different practice, so I haven't been able to see her for the last couple of months, but I miss her down. And I was supposed to find a new therapist, but I don't
It's
really
hard.
want to. I want her.
Yeah,
I want
it's
her.
really hard.
So anyways, I may call her later.
I didn't go to therapy for like 2 years after I had gotten a call. Like, I had been doing so well in therapy. I had built this relationship with this girl. Like, I had gone through some like traumatic things. This was in 2021.
Yeah.
And they called me. They're like, "Oh, she's moving to a different practice, or she's not practicing here anymore." I broke down. I did not see a therapist for 2 years. It's hard.
Like, it's hard.
It's hard. But you got it, girl.
Yeah, I
But-
will. I will figure it out.
But I will say, like, I agree with you. I think there's something that comes with going to therapy, talking about your mental health with other believers. If it's needed, getting on medication. And through those things, the Lord starts to reveal to you, oh, this is maybe not balanced correctly. This is not the way it should be. And I remember whenever I was getting back on medication,
Take your time.
it's okay. I was gonna cry, but I'm not gonna cry. But I was about to. I don't think I've ever shared on
okay.
the podcast what I what I deal with. But I started getting back on medication for bipolar depressive disorder, and I remember telling some people, and they're like, "Oh, everybody has that." I'm like, "Okay, well." First off,
Someone said that.
yeah. Well, they were like, there was 2 people in particular who were like, "Oh, I think my mom has that." I'm like, "Oh, like da da da." Okay. Well, the thing is, literally, blink, blink, blink. There's a difference between people being moody and people dealing with bipolar depression.
Yeah.
But besides that, I realized in the moment that it might be true that their parents might struggle with this, like genuinely, right?
Yeah.
But the difference is I don't want to continue to let this rule my life, and I want to see a change in my life. So, and I've seen the negative effects it has in my life, and I want to make a change. So I think that was like something I had to kind of try and be like, okay, I understand that, but I'm doing this because I want to get better.
Yeah.
So like, I want to improve. Like, I don't want this to affect my relationships. I don't want this to affect my work. I don't want this to affect my ministry and what I'm like, what God has called me to do. So I'm taking the steps to get better. Okay.
Yes.
So like, I will say though, having done that, I'm like, oh,
It's a game changer.
it was needed. Yeah.
It's a game changer.
It was needed. Just the strength, you know, the stability that I've been able to receive and kind of being able to actually have a level head, and it affects everything. It affects your relationships. It affects the decisions that you make. It affects the way that you walk, the way that you live your life, the way that you think, all of it. And so, so it's important to talk about these things. That way you can get to a point where you are making changes in your life. So let's say you don't get on medication. I think something that I knew was I don't want to continue to do and cope the way I'm coping.
Yeah.
And I don't want to continue to let my actions reflect this.
Yeah.
So I think even regardless of, you know, if you need to be on meds or you don't need to be on meds, or if you struggle with something or not, I think it's just important that you want to make a change and that we don't shove away the relationship with Christ, the intimacy with Christ. We don't shove those things away and just kind of excuse them, but we address them like face on.
Yeah, exactly. Which, like, that's what my therapist helped me to do. And, like, even, because I'll be honest, like, every therapy session, which I would have therapy weekly, I would be crying about my job. Like, I would be crying about it. Like, you know what I mean? I'd be talking about it every single week. And, like, I remember one week she just asked me, like, have you considered not doing it anymore?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, never. Don't even. Like, I was like almost like upset with
hush.
her. I'm like, girl,
Hush.
what are you? Stop playing.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, stop playing. Like, it's not even freaking funny.
Mhm.
And she was like, well, like, it sounds like it's like the cause of a lot of your stress and like a lot of your whatever and anxiety and stuff. And I was like, no, because like, mind you, like the therapist, like, that's their job, is to dig to the root of things. I'm like, no, I need to see what the root of it is, because like one of my favorite quotes of all time, somebody at my church told me whenever I was like a kid. He told me, wherever you go is where you are, and I'll never forget it. Which all that means is
Yeah.
what?
Well, I was gonna say she was gonna move, so she moved.
Right. Right. But it's like, don't think that you're gonna move and that everything is gonna be different, because you'll go to a different place and realize you're still there. And you don't wanna be moving from thing to thing, from job to job, from school to school, from place to place, thinking that it's always everybody else. It's always the other things. It's always the external factors. And then finally one day you realize it was me the whole time. So I was like, help me, because I'm thinking like, it's gotta be me. It's gotta be me. Like, help me, because I want to do better. Because, you know what I mean? I'm like, there's gotta be something wrong with me. Like,
Yeah.
what? And she was like, it's not to say that you don't have a role to play in your unsatisfaction. But it is to say that maybe you're going against the grain instead of going with it. And so she taught me about how, especially like coming into your adulthood, yes, you continue to learn about yourself, but you can come to a place where you kind of know who you are, and you know your habits and your behaviors, good and bad. And realizing that there are just some things where I'm just like, I haven't liked this from the beginning. I'm never going to like it. I don't like it. I don't want to do it. And she was like,
and having the level head to be
Right,
able to be
exactly.
like, I see it now.
Exactly. Of like,
And I'm going to make the choice.
Right,
I'm
where
going
I'm
to make
like,
the decision.
I actually just don't like it. Because before it was like, I don't like it, and like there must be something wrong with me because I don't like it, and like I just need to learn and mature and grow.
And this is
like,
what
I
God
was
called
a
me to.
baby. Exactly. I was a baby when I started. I was fresh out of high school.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, like, you know, the Lord called me to, I just need to like
Push
thug it
through.
out.
Push
Right.
through.
Right. Exactly.
Thug it out is crazy.
Well, it's just like, you know,
Yeah.
I just need to grow up and mature. And then it's just like, especially turning 21 was like, baby, at this point, you need to just come to terms, but you just don't want to do it no more. And don't want to do it no more is enough.
Take my freedom.
Look.
That's you.
So shout out my therapist, because she helped me to take my freedom. And all that other stuff. And, you know, wise counsel at the church. Shout out Pastor Keith. Of just like, you know, talking to me about how like you will grieve it. And I grieved it a long time before I even quit. And then obviously even still grieving it now, it's not as bad as it was before, honestly. But him just telling me that gratitude is going to be helpful. Go out with gratitude. Thank everybody. Thank your leaders. Thank, you know, anybody who had any part to do with your journey, your students. Like, thank everybody. And like, anytime because I'm not going to lie, I think about it every single day. Less now. But like, I think about every single day of just like, you know, I think about my kids every day. I think about, you know what I mean? Like the environment every day and how I miss it. I do. Like, you know what I mean? What? Why are you laughing?
Sorry.
Why are you laughing?
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
I do.
I miss it. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, you know what I mean? I love you.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
I be missing it.
I see you.
But then there's also, so I do want to take a pivot because the Lord's been showing me something, okay?
Yeah, you want to get to your verse and
Yeah. So with that, I'm happy with where I'm at. That's something to celebrate. Okay? Everybody cheer. That's something to celebrate. Woo! Because I'm happy with where I'm at. Is it bittersweet? Yes, but it's mostly sweet. So I'm happy with where I'm at. Life is good. But I have still, and I think that this has been weird and refreshing, but weird. I'll be honest. And I almost feel like I'm getting to know God all over again.
ooh, I love that.
Yeah, because one thing that I was like really wrestling with, especially like my last week, it was all kind of just like hitting me and coming to me, where I really wrestled with like the Lord seeing me beyond my works. I was having a hard time because I was like, I know I'm called to ministry. I know I'm called to preach and teach. I know I'm called to shepherd and lead. Like, I don't really know what I'm going to do with myself, really. Like, you know what I mean? I really struggle with it. And I was like, I'm not talking about getting a job. Like, I'm confident I can get a job. I'm confident, like, I'll finish school. Like, to me, those things are like things that matter, obviously. But it's like, I'm talking about like what makes my soul feel fulfilled. And I was just like, what am I going to do? And like the Lord was showing me, like, not only do I still have opportunity to minister with like co-leading 2 young adult life groups, which has been really, really awesome and dope. Mm-hmm. But also that like those things aren't off the table just because it doesn't look like how it used to look anymore. Like, he still wants to partner with me. I'm trying to get away from the language of using me, which is another thing that my therapist we would talk about, because I was like, the Lord wants to use me. The Lord wants to use me. I can't quit because he wants to use me. And she's like, he wants to love you. 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 He wants to be with you. And, it's not that he doesn't want to use me. I don't want to confuse anybody and be like, the Lord doesn't want to use us. Like, he does, but maybe some better languages, like partner.
The phrasing and the way of saying it could be a little bit better. Like,
if you are somebody who struggles with feeling like the Lord only wants to use you in that, like if you're somebody like me where you're like, think you're God's little workhorse, his little soldier in the army of the Lord, and not just, his daughter, his son, then maybe the language of partnering, the Lord wants to partner with me, and he still is partnering with me, and he still will continue to partner with me, even though I'm not doing ministry in the church, which we've talked about how like I preach and tell my students, you don't have to be me working at a church to minister the gospel. I told them that, like, you know what I mean? Like, I told them that you can minister at school. I told like the young adults that we are, in life group with, and I told them like, whenever you guys are doing your nursing thing, whenever you guys are teaching your kids at school, whenever you guys are doing whatever you do, like you can still minister. But somehow I wasn't believing it for me. But anyways, so there's a scripture in Matthew chapter 7 that has been steadily ringing in my spirit. And it starts in verse 7. Ooh. Sorry. Dude, this couch, she a little too comfy. All right. So, Matthew chapter 7, verse 7, it says, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives, and he who seeks finds. And to him who knocks it will be opened. Or what man is there among you who, if his son asks for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will give him a serpent? If you then, being evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father who is in heaven give good gifts to those who ask of him? Therefore, whatever you want men to do for you, do also for them, for this is the law of the prophets. So this has really been ringing in my spirit of the Lord saying, like, keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking, that like those dreams and passions of ministry in my heart don't have to look how they've looked before. That doesn't mean you know what I mean? That doesn't mean I'll never preach again. That doesn't mean that I'll never, be able to shepherd again. Like, the Lord has been continuously like reminding me, like, I have good gifts to give for you. Like, this wasn't me taking something that you love away.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
And keep seeking him.
Yep.
And it'll come.
Yep.
Keep knocking. Yeah, I love that.
Yes, of course.
Keep asking him, when, Lord, when?
Yes.
When do I get to do it again?
Because just in that chapter before, in chapter 6, we see the Lord say, seek.
And it's like knocking is literally being like, hello, you there?
Anybody here?
Yeah, like, I want to do ministry.
Hey,
If you want me to.
Yeah.
No.
And like seeking, where it's like, every time I clock into work, like I'm seeking an opportunity to show the love of Christ, to minister to, like, you know what I mean? Like I keep on asking, I keep on seeking, I keep on knocking. And even I think that it gives us like a really cool opportunity to not, maybe gives me a cool opportunity to not put myself like in a box, like, of like ministry only has to look this way of how it's looked before, where it's like, maybe I'm taking my freedom. Like, you know what I mean? I'm taking my freedom.
Yeah, I love that, Jalen.
Exactly. And it's like, I can be creative now of how I minister and show the love of Christ and all that other stuff, which is really cool. Yeah.
And also, like me, I want to encourage you, like the asking, seeking, knocking for yourself, because you did it so long for other people.
Yeah.
And like you're like asking him to like heal and bless and strengthen other people, and you're like knocking on the door for your students, like because you know they need more of him. And now the Lord's like, do it for you, like me and you. Come and ask, come and seek, come and knock. Like he literally is like, I'll give you really good gifts, you know. So I think he's just like, he's so personal to minister to us exactly how we need it when we need it.
Yeah.
Like when we had lunch on Sunday, and just all the Ecclesiastes, like prophecies and just things that have been brought to my mind again. And it's like, God is just so intentional.
Yeah.
He's just so intentional. But
Thank you for that.
That's where we are.
That's
I
where
love
we are.
you. I love you. So proud
I
of
love you more. This is exciting.
I know. I'm so proud of you. I feel like we're like, actually, is this the start of the new season?
No, for real, because sorry, y'all.
Yeah,
we were
it's a
like,
new
new season, then we go,
Yeah. No, but it feels like a new season, and it is a new season. And what's exciting is you were like, I feel like I'm learning the Lord, but we always get to.
Yeah.
And so like next year again, like in 6 months again, like there's going to be a refreshing, like he's constantly bringing like a refreshing, and even daily, it's a daily thing, but just that he kind of, you know, every now and then you kind of are like, whoa, you know, and that's how it will be for forever.
Period. Yes.
So,
Ooh.
so do we want to give him some songs?
Let's do that. I got my song.
You have your song?
Living my life like it's golden. Yeah, the song is, you know, I didn't think that was going to be the song 5 minutes before we started filming, but
here we are.
That's what was stirring in my spirit. I'm taking my freedom. Amen. Golden by Jill Scott. Beautiful song. Honestly, yes. Honestly, I've been listening to the song The Blood by Bethel has just been in my head all the time.
I remember that was my most played song of 2024.
Period.
I literally like would cry every time I heard it. And have you listened to the live version, like the acoustic one?
So good. I have a thing about like, obviously, like we love worship.
Yeah.
I appreciate it because I feel like it was unique. There was something unique about it. We know that there's like a CCM worship formula almost.
Yeah.
And it felt like good to see them be like creative with the writing, like the lyrics just like cannot explain, like yes,
I love the bridge.
I just love
never been about performance, perfection, striving for acceptance.
So good.
I love it.
Like I just love
that's so good.
So
y'all
good.
listen to it. The Blood, David Funk.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna share two. One of them is the Marias.
Ooh,
I love the Marias. I just really like them. Back to Me, it was like from an EP or like a single that they released, and I really like that. I just like her vibe, and I just kind of like the like it's very relaxing for me. And then for Christian music, the one that's been on repeat for me is Most High from the Elevation Rhythm album.
Okay.
With Zach Webb. It's like when Nate Diaz comes on the bridge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And you can hear him come on and it's like, oh, it's like the Most High God. It's
Why
so
is Jake laughing?
It's so good. Yeah, Jake.
Speak
what you gotta
up.
say? You can't even speak.
He
Is
cannot
it
explain.
it's because we talk about.
Jake always
Is it because we talk about Nate Diaz? Is it because we talk about Nate Diaz
What's
every
funny,
episode?
Jake?
Ugh. Okay,
It's
I'm
just
sorry.
funny to me.
What's funny,
No,
Jake?
but-
Like
I
we
didn't
can't
say-
like Nate
I didn't
Diaz.
say nothing.
Colores.
Color.
No, but Most High, y'all, it is so good. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Where it has like the lyrics that are not very like it's very poetic, and even the guitar in the opening is just like you can tell that people are being creative and they're leaning into the Holy Spirit's creativity. Like that's what I love when you hear a song and you're like, oh, this was Spirit breathed. Like this was not just you trying to make another song.
Yes.
And so Most High,
So good.
so good.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, that's it from us for this week. We love you guys.
We love y'all.
You've been set free, so
happy fall.
take your freedom.
Take your freedom, girl.
Take your freedom.
Y'all better. We love y'all.
We love you.
Bye-bye.
See you on the next one.